Welcome back, ladies. So we have reached the fun part of the vision challenge. And I'm not going to say the other parts weren't fun, but now we'll actually get a chance to start working on our vision board. And inside of your vision book, in the centerfold, you have two pages that say leave these places were left blank. This is where you can, create your vision board. And so over the next few sections, over the next few days, we will be working on different pieces of the puzzle. Why do we have different pieces of the puzzle? You might ask. Well, I don't know about you, but I've spent years creating vision boards, and although they were beautiful, and I spent lots of time and effort going, creating them, there wasn't a lot of intentionality behind it. I will look in a magazine, I see something, I see a pretty picture, I see a word that, excited me, and I put that down on the board, and then I put the vision board on the wall and say, okay, all right, God, here we go. But as I got older and as I lived enough life, I realized that, okay, I need to make sure that what I am praying for and what I am putting on my vision board and the goals that I'm setting align with what God has called me to do, right? And then what does that look like? What does that represent? And so we've spent the last few weeks, we went back in time, to write letters to our younger selves. We wrote a letter to our future self. We wrote a letter to our current self. We went over our SMART goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. And now it is time to focus on what I like to call the five quadrants of the vision board. The reason why I set up the five quadrants, or should I say, God gave me this concept, is because it ensures that you are focusing on every single area of your life. When we went through the goals, you'll notice that your goals actually align with each of the quadrants already, or you should at least have a goal that aligns with each of the quadrants. All right. So the first quadrant, we're going to go through all the quadrants. We're going to take a day for each, right? Because I want to make sure you take your time. I know you want to rush ahead and start getting the scissors and the glue and everything out, but trust me, just take your time. I want you to go very slow with this section. I want you to be very intentional and very slow. So the first quadrant is the God quadrant, right? We have five total. God is in the center. All right. And then we have career and special interest. We have physical wellness, mental wellness, and relationships. And so we'll do a deeper dive into each of those sections throughout the week. But today we're going to focus on God. So God has literally given each of us an assignment of what we're supposed to do while we're here on this earth. He has. Whether we know it or not, whether we can identify what it is or not, I believe that the reason why we're here on earth is to understand what that assignment is and to live that out in real time. Okay. So one of the scriptures that I often refer to help me remember that I'm only working for God, I'm not working for anybody else, is Colossians 3:23 through 24. All right. And that reads, work willingly at whatever you do, as though you were working for the Lord rather than for people. Remember that the Lord will give you an inheritance as your reward, and that the master you are serving is Christ. So as we embark on this creative vision board journey, remember that all of your efforts and the vision bestowed upon you is by God and is meant for his glory. All right. So I want you today to think about, to pray about, to look over your goals to see what directly goes back to what God has been telling me to do. What is that nudge that he's been nudging me to do? What is that? I want you to take some time, find some pictures, find some clippings, find some scriptures, whatever the case may be. And I want you to gather them. I don't want you to glue anything down yet. I just want you to gather them, put them to the side, and have them ready for when we get ready to do our full board. Once we have all of our quadrants, once we've reviewed all of our quadrants and we're ready to go in there and actually plot things. All right. So yeah, time to do your vision board. I want you to sit back, think hard. All right. And be intentional is the word. Be very intentional because I want to see you win. I want to see your goals fulfilled. And the only way you can do that is to be very intentional and make sure that what you are working towards is what God wants you to work towards. All right. All right, y'all. Well, that is all I have for you today. I wish you nothing but good luck as we embark on this week. And I hope you're as just as excited as I am. All right. So I will talk to you next time.